Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is John J. Gaming on the mic, coming at you guys with another ACSA Primetime, this time in the Atlantic Shore Conference. This time we have two top 25 teams in the maximum football equivalent of the ACC. For Herbert, Hoover College, Old Glory coming in ranked at number 23 in the nation, going on the road to play against the 18th best team in the country in the Kent Colonials. And what should be a very good matchup to watch here today. So if you are excited for it, do me a favor and please smash that like button as well as hit subscribe if you do happen to be new. Let's go ahead and get into some game action, shall we? With all that being said though, it is now officially time to get this game underway between Delaware at Kent and the Herbert Hoover College Old Glory. Delaware Kent, man, is one of those teams that is definitely underrated. This was a team, of course, that started in the top 25, but even after they won their first game of the season, they fell out of the top 25, and they just recently clawed their way back. Definitely a lot of disrespect for these guys in the ACSA, so definitely has some work to do, but they can prove it right here that they belong to stay in that top 25 once and for all. If they can get a victory here against Herbert Hoover. As we do have 3rd and 10 coming up here, though. Quarterback making some adjustments at the line of scrimmage. Can it be enough for the first down, though? It's now 3rd and 10. Milano dropping back. Has a clean pot. Going to try to run for the first down, though. Tries to hit the spin cycle, but it's not going to work, however. And so, Delaware and Kent, the Colonials, forced to settle for a field goal. And so, Herbert Hoover finds himself on the field for their first meaningful drive of this game. Last time out, they did go 3 and out, so that's why I didn't show it here on the big screen for you guys, because who doesn't like, some good old offense, We're all about offense here in the ACSA, and particularly here in the John J. Gaming channel, as Reader takes it to the outside and gets it across the 40-yard line, at the very least, for a solid first down play. As now, 1st and 10 once again. Marcus will drop back again, the true freshman, trying to get it out to his tailback, but overthrows him on the crossing concept. So now they'll try again, this time a 2nd and 10. This time they do connect over the middle, finding Fang for a decent 6-yard gain on the play. As now they too will be facing a 3rd down right here. Going to get it off the Reader, trying to find the space, and does just that. Not only picking up the first down, but will also be able to go ahead, keep the drive going, and get across midfield in the process. Although Herbert Hoover a few plays later facing another 3rd down attempt right here, as Marcus will once again hand it off to Reader, who gets lit up like a Christmas tree, and of course did not make it to the marker. So again, they will have to go ahead and punt it over to the Kent Colonials, the number 18th ranked team in the nation. As now 2nd and 8 coming up for the Colonials. Milano dropping back to pass, throw it across the left-hand side into double coverage. What a beautiful throw by man, though. It's a big gain for the Colonials, as they'll throw again on this first down, following the pass play, trying to get it out to the left-hand side, but the pressure forces an incompletion. That does end the first quarter here between these two teams, fighting for the opportunity to potentially play in the Atlantic Shore Conference Championship game against the Warwick Rebels. Right now, it's all set at 3-0 going into the end of the first quarter of play. We'll see what the second quarter can bring, though, as Milano and company facing a 3rd and 7. Gonna throw over the middle, but wait a minute. There's a pass interference. And so even though that pass was incomplete, that is going to give him an automatic first down. And because of the penalty, they are able to keep this drive alive for right now. As we'll go ahead to this 3rd and 1 right here. We'll see what Milano and company can go ahead and get done, as he'll actually run it up the gun. Plenty of space to work with as well. And we got ourselves a 1st and goal situation right here on the 10-yard line. As Milano again will be throwing across the body, over the middle. It's incomplete, however, as they'll have to try again. 2nd and goal. Milano again throwing. This time it is complete at the very least. Gets it over to Brinson for a 6-yard gain. His first catch of the day going. Getting him to the 4-yard line. As Delaware can actually go try to run towards the end zone. But it's going to be a couple of yards shy. Will be interesting to see what they decide to do here. And they actually are going to go ahead and try to punch it in. Whitney trying to get into the end zone, but it doesn't work. A turnover on downs gives the football back to Herbert Hoover College. And this game remains 3-0 here. As we'll go ahead and check on their possession right here. Even though they get the goal line stand ultimately, this offense is still put in a pretty terrible position considering, you know, you're in the shadow of your own goal line. So, you know, definitely want to get at least a couple of first downs before you start thinking about opening up the playbook. As they get one right there, that goes for a decent little gain. Still in pretty dangerous territory as that's almost picked off. Oh my goodness, if Jawan Lawrence would have gotten that interception, that was going to be pick 6. But instead of 3rd and 12, J.C. Marcus over the middle. It's incomplete though. So they had to punt it deep in their own territory. And unfortunately, it wasn't that great of a punt, which means Delaware Kent gets a wonderful field position to work with on this drive now. As they go over the middle, gets it to Swader for the first down. A goal line situation once again, and Herbert Hoover will not be so fortunate this time around. Able to get a touchdown on the board here, which means it's now a 2-possession ball game. So now we'll see how Herbert Hoover can respond, given they are now officially down 10-0 here in this first half of play. As we'll go ahead, J.C. Marcus taking the snap for the Old Glory. Getting a decent gain up the middle. A quarterback design run, making it 3rd and manageable for the Old Glory. As they'll hand it off again. This time, Reeder taking the carry for Herbert Hoover. And it's good for a first down. So the drive stays alive. 2nd and 6 now. Trying to throw it over to the left-hand side. Trying to do that quick slant concept. But the defender reads it and is able to knock it away. So now 3rd and 6 again. Let's see what happens here. Marcus dropping back. Going to try to throw it over the left-hand side. It's incomplete though. So that means another punt for Delaware at Kent. As they are going to go ahead trying to extend this lead further. This time not as great field position to work with this time around, as they are in deep in their own territory this time around. So a little bit more effort that does need to be given before they can put some points on the board. As Letney is actually going to make it a lot easier on the Colonials, as they already are across the 40-yard line. But shoot, that could stall out the drive though. Letney fumbling the football, however, as Craven from Herbert Hoover fumbles the ball. So that means they have a golden opportunity to really snag momentum here in this first half of play. We'll see if they can do it as J.C. Marcus once again dropping back, and it's intercepted right back. Couple plays later, Delaware Kent gets the football back. They don't do anything with it, but does remain 10-0 right now. Second half coming very shortly to you guys. Alright, so with that being said, it is time to go ahead and get the second half officially underway. Delaware Kent got an interception to end the first half to keep it 10-0. We'll see if the offense can respond, but that's exactly the opposite of how you want to start the second half. Given an easy turnover to Herbert Hoover. Although they're facing 3rd and 9 right now, so maybe it won't kill them if they can get a stop right here. We'll just have to wait and see, however. It's now 3rd and 9 coming up. Marcus will drop back the pass. Avoids the defender. Throws it across the body. He has a man. And finds Bishop in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Old Glory. And the number 23 team in the nation, their first drive in the second half, finally gets them on the board. But we also have something interesting brewing over here, as they actually are going to go ahead and go for the 2-point conversion. J.C. Marcus going to try to bring it in. And the conversion is also good. which means this is now down to a 2-point game. Certainly a bold strategy for Cotton, but it also works out for Cotton at the exact same time. As after a free and out by the Colonials of Delaware Kent, Herbert Hoover now has the football back once again. A first down here for the Old Quarry. Kind of having a little bit of a brain fart over here. So we're getting ready for Christmas in this household. As now the Old Quarry continuing to get their drive going. 3rd and 6 coming up. We'll see what they can do here. If they can get some more magic going and finally take the lead here. But we'll have to wait a little longer as the defense comes up with another stop here. With the silver linings that the punter pins him deep though. So Delaware Kent got a lot of work to do here. Herbert Hoover was in this position previously and was able to get it done, at least in getting a first down or two. We'll see if Delaware Kent can do the same thing. But McConico gets the interception. Only has one man left to beat, and he's brought down at the 2-yard line. But Herbert Hoover, despite the phenomenal field position, goes free and out somehow. They do not punch it into the end zone. They do get a field goal, however, so the most depressing way to take the lead is as they had to settle for that field goal right there. But they're still up. Score is currently 11-10 in favor of the Herbert Hoover Old Glory. This is the first time that they have experienced a lead here today. We'll see if Kent can get it back, though, as a 3rd and long coming up here for the Colonials. Quarterback is ready to go ahead and take the snap. Milano is going to drop back to pass, though. Has a clean pocket, but decides to run. If it did not like what he saw upfield and just couldn't make it happen with the legs. And so they punt it away to the Old Glory as they try to extend this lead further. Now sitting on the 27-yard line thanks to a decent punt from the Colonials. As J.C. Marcus will drop back the pass, throw it over in the middle, but it's deflected away at the last second. It's now a couple plays later, facing 3rd and 6 for the Old Glory. We'll see what J.C. Marcus and company can go ahead and come up with here. As Marcus will drop back once again, getting over the right-hand side to Reeder, who does get it across the 40-yard line and also gets it for a first down as well. Is now 2nd and long coming up. J.C. Marcus again dropping back. There's a flag on the play. We'll see what it is going to turn out to be. But it looks like it's going to be a holding penalty on Herbert Hoover. So that's really going to hurt them, as they have to now get it all back in one play. Literally 21 yards, 3rd down. You got to get to midfield. I don't know if they can do it or if they're just going to go ahead and settle for a run here. Although they're actually going to try for it, so shout out for them for actually trying. However, J.C. Marcus gets sacked in the backfield, though. So a promising drive for the Old Glory, but penalties ultimately killing them that time around. And they, too, have to punt it away to the Colonials as they have a chance to try to take the lead here. Although we'll have to wait till at least the next quarter to find out what happens here, as the clock does hit 000 for the 3rd quarter of play. A very tight ball game that we got going on here. A very defensive-minded matchup in this Atlantic Shore Conference. 4th quarter now coming on the way. And one thing I will say about both these teams, if one of these teams do end up going to the Atlantic Shore Conference Championship game, I'm assuming as of right now, unless there's a great collapse for the Warwick Rebels, that's who they're going to face, and both of these offenses need to play a whole lot better if they are going to take down that team in a potential conference championship game. But with that being said, though, 2nd and 3 coming up for the Colonials after a nice little 7-yard run on that designed QB option. As a couple plays later now, 3rd and 5 now for the Colonials, as Milano going to drop back the pass once again. Facing pressure, though. Able to escape the pocket. It's going to send this out deep. But it's deflected away as well. So another punt for the Colonials, as Herbert Hoover has the football back once again. As now we got 1st and 10. JC Marcus looking up downfield. Going to eventually try to check it down the gray. But he gets lit up like a Christmas tree, though. Is now 2nd and 10 coming up. Marcus will drop back the pass. However, he's going to chuck this thing deep. He has a man and gets it to Bishop. But it's knocked away. So now 3rd and long for the Old Glory. We'll see if they can recover after kind of a little deflating play right there where they almost had the long pass play instead of being incomplete. But to be fair, if the offense does respond at the very least, they are able to pick up the first down. As now JC Marcus will drop back the pass. He's looking around. Gonna go ahead and scramble for a 2nd time on this drive, and this time does slide down. So being very smart with his body as well as with the football as well. As now 1st and 10, JC Marcus gonna hand it off to Reeder over on the right hand side, but that's also broken up as well for an incompletion. As now 2nd and 10, Marcus dodging bodies, scrambling again, hits the spin move. Oh my goodness, a little bit of Braxton Miller right there with that spin cycle play right there. As they're closing in on the red zone now, 1st and 10, Marcus again scrambling, making it happen with the legs here today as JC Marcus refuses to go down and will finally be brought down eventually inside the 20-yard line. But for some reason just was stuck. I'm surprised he didn't try to go forward. I assume he thought he was down, but the refs just never called it for, I guess, to end the play. So instead, it is 3rd and 6 for the Old Glory, as they are going to go ahead and trust JC Marcus once again, who gets lit up like a Christmas tree, but does at the very least get the first down, though. We'll see if they can punch it in, though. 3rd and goal. Going to try to get it to Reeder, who dives for the end zone. We're actually going to say he lost yardage. However, that being said, though, Herbert Hoover actually going to try to go for it here. Brooks with the carry, but backup tailback, but cannot find the room to get into the end zone. And so the Colonials able to take over inside their own 5-yard line. Literally in the shadow of their own goal line. However, they're sitting on the 2-yard line. They're sitting in the shadows. And Milano is going to be knocked deeper into the shadows as they allow a safety to happen. So you want to talk about the most unconventional way that Herbert Hoover gets to 13 points. They had a touchdown with a 2-point conversion. They had a safety on top of that we just witnessed, and then they also had the field goal. So pretty unusual way to get to 13 points, but they did reach 13 points, and because of that, as of right now, they do hold the lead, and they also have the football as well. 3rd and 10 coming up, though, for the Old Glory. Gotta pick it up here as Marcus will drop back the pass once again. Looking upfield, but doesn't like what he sees at all. And gets to about midfield, actually, and does get to the first down marker. So you'll love to see it. Is now 2nd and 12 coming up. Marcus again dropping back the pass. Going to go ahead and slide down, though. 3rd and 6 coming for the Colonials. Is now 3rd and 6 again for Old Glory. Can they pick it up? It'll run some time off the clock if they can get this first down here. But Marcus actually choosing to pass it, and it's incomplete as well. So not only do they have to punt it, they also save time on the clock for the Colonials, as there's now 2 minutes left. Delaware and Kent have an opportunity to win this ball game. We'll see if they can take full advantage of it, or at least tie, so that you can go to overtime. Certainly won't complain about overtime over here. It's now 2nd and 8. Milano going to try to run it upfield and pick up the first down. But that clock is still ticking, though. Gotta worry about that clock because they're out of timeouts now. Milano dropping back again, going to the left-hand side. Tries to get it over there. But that being said, now 3rd and long for Delaware at Kent. You gotta get the first down here. It's now Milano dropping back, going to the right-hand side. It's incomplete. No, it's intercepted. It's caught off the tip. So it was definitely a pretty ugly game to watch, but the Herbert Hoover Old Glory pulled it out in the end, winning by a final score of 13-10, despite gaining less than 200 yards of total offense throughout the day. The Old Glory improved to 8-3 on the season, whereas the Ken Colonials will fall to 7-4 as we still continue through this inaugural season here in the ACSA for Season 1. Tomorrow night we have our last ACSA primetime game of Week 11 as the Eastern Pennsylvania Beavers will go on the road to take on the Iowa Institute of Technology. If you're excited for that as well as enjoying today's ACSA content, do me a favor and please smash that like button as well as hit subscribe if you do happen to be brand new to the channel and like what you see as well. In the meantime though, I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. Take care everybody.